Vixens. 4 cards, Spirit, please. Starting with Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius, in that order, clockwise. First card, Taurus, please. 29th of July 2020. Taurus. Leo. Scorpio and Aquarius. Now then, Taurus, this is what you're trying to achieve, what we're all trying to achieve in some way this year. It's your transition, it's your rite of passage. We're coming into the astrology that is insisting that this happens, whether we like it or not. Someone, you probably, is trying to ascend to a higher level. So it's your transition period. It is a virtual death. Something has to end for you to achieve a higher place of being, a new beginning, a rebirth if you like. This is Scorpio energy. It rules the reproductive organs and shared resources. So in some way those will affect you. It could be that you're going through the change of life, which is your reproductive organs. It could be that you're going through a massive change in your financial situation with your partner or someone that you share resources with. It's those born on the 13th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. So it's a positive change whichever way you look at it. Even if you don't think it is, it's happening for your greater good. But something has to end for something new to begin. So either way, you're going to be better off. There may be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius male leaving your life. It could be nasty, it could be unfortunate, but if he's leaving, something in its early stages is coming towards you. Which could be water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You've probably received some bad advice, either from a doctor, a priest or a lawyer. Or, like I said, this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius man is no longer wanting to be in your life and is cutting you and others out of their life. Or you are cutting them out if you're a male. It's an end of an era. Those born on the 13th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important, but in a positive way, because you are going towards your land of milk and honey. There is possibly a mother energy involved here, and elephants never forget. Number 51 is mentioned. Some of you may actually be 51. Some of you may have been together 51 years. But it is for your greater good. There's no doubt about that. Messages and offers of love will come your way. And there is unconditional love of your children. Yeah, Sisterhood of the Rose. Roses are very important for spirit. I can't go into it, but the genetics of a rose, there's a scientific anomaly of the way a rose is constructed. So the Sisterhood of the Rose. There will be others in your position or who have been in your position that you can look towards for help. I've just spilled coffee on my book. Well, that's what makes it, gives it character, isn't it? Yeah, number 78. So sisters may be involved here somewhere. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over this earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. So they're advising you to only look for the good, don't look for the negative. The rose symbolises the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you. Don't look for the negative, look for the positive, particularly in nature. And hear whispers of Mother Earth. So animals, insects and birds will bring messages from above. Look them up on your animal totem. You are being called to spend more time in nature, as the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering to you, so they've been trying to talk to you. Spend time admiring her creations and you will be rewarded with insight and grace, especially if you see a rose. You are being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and try to contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress, picking flowers for your home, and every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonise the planet a little more and shift the vibration. It can be felt. So even if you don't feel like getting up and making the bed and getting showered and putting your slap on, do it. Surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go. So don't let people think, oh, bloody hell, she comes again, or here he comes again. Make them think, do you know, you always look smart, or she always looks smart. She's always got a smile on her face. Don't let people dim your light. Leo, we did say, didn't we, this year is going to be a rough one for you. So Taurus energy, which we've just heard about, there is a loss of friends, friendships, marriages even, an end to study, an end to the way that you believed things should be, the way you was brought up, your religion, your indoctrination, if you like. You're starting to realise there is another way of living and it's your way. And we are in Leo season, so you are going to feel your feet a bit more, so be careful because you're going to be upsetting people. It's Taurus energy which rules the neck and throat, so you may have issues there, physically, or unable to speak your mind. And material things, so there may be problems there also. Those born on the 5th or the 23rd, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way, but Taurus especially is negative energy for you at this time. Something has not been concluded to your satisfaction, so there is delays in things turning out how you would like. Something is not over, however, and it needs to be. Perhaps you're waiting for someone to walk away from a marriage, especially if it's a Taurus, because we've just had their scenario and we know what that is. So you've got to wait a little while longer. There is delays in travel. There is delays in travelling to the object of your desire, be they persons, things or events. A snake may be involved, somebody born 1965, plus or minus 12, February to February. But somebody will walk away. There's things to tie up. And then they will. If this is you, you will be walking away. 8 months is mentioned, but there is things to settle first. This situation has to be brought to a conclusion, or you will end up on a hamster wheel of a never-ending story, and that's not going to happen. So those born on the 21st, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. So something may have happened on the 21st that pissed you off, but you or someone else will be walking away from the misery very soon. Perhaps you was waiting for a Taurus to end a situation. Yeah, you just remember that you're building bricks for the future, so stay positive and make sure those bricks aren't a negative thing. You need a firm foundation to build this new life on, so it has to be positive. So if you leave the old with a negative energy, it will carry on into the future in the new. So you have to bring this to a reasonable conclusion. Yeah, because these things no longer align in your life. So I get the feeling more that it's the Taurus that needs to sort their business out before you can sort yours out, which is silly, because you should just sort yours out, and if they want to come along for the ride, that's up to them. But in some way, Taurus definitely influences you. So align your life. 34. It'd be even more important if you are 34. What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is the only certainty of life. And when you resist your cyclic nature, which you're doing there, you resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to the facade than to embrace who we truly are, which is what that guidance card is saying. You've had the wrong guidance all your life. You've been listening to the wrong people. To surrender how we have changed and align life to the way of being. If you pull this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were and the things you once defined yourself by. The job, the relationship, the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that came here to be in full authenticity. To embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationship or circumstance, and it's time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so they are congruent with who you truly are. What in your life is not aligned or needs to change? But remember, that could be vice versa. It could be that you're waiting for someone else to do this. Scorpio. Finances improving. Absolutely fantastic. A female fire sign is important and has been for a very long time in your reads, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I have no idea who she may be, but she brings you financial success. It may be a part of your own chart. In some ways, Scorpio, even though it's a water sign, is a bit like Pele. You was born to be a water sign, but your actions and other things are more like a fire sign because you are very passionate. So perhaps that's what they're talking about. So watch out for this female, this Leo. She is a good, positive influence on your life. Very important. It may mean that you need to take action in financial situation. Don't wait. Don't put off things. Do it now. Yeah, because there may be a new home. There may be a celebration within the home. But there is some happiness there. And if you're not careful, somebody is going to try and steal this away from you. So someone may be trying to take finances from you. It doesn't have to be someone you know. It could be a government official or something like that. Be careful that you are aware of all your finances and get on it. Especially if someone is trying to tell you you're not entitled to something that you are. Because This is bringing you happiness and celebration. Someone's got away with something and they'll try and get away with it again. Don't let them steal your happiness. Yeah, and remember to breathe. Again, for some reason, Spirit wants you to meditate. Now, to me, meditation is not all this having to sit in the right position and align your chakras and all that. But it is good to sit comfortably with your back straight and let the rainbow bridge go through you. Imagine that pillar of light coming through the top of your head to the base of your spine. And in some way, Spirit are trying to connect with you. The number 29 is massively important. So today is a big day. And the 29th will always be a big day. Especially for one Scorpio, I know. So someone is trying to connect with you. You know this, they know this. All you have to do is sit quietly and they will be there. So, the passion will never die. The happiness never goes away. Somebody is trying to steal it from you, but the only person that can do that really is you. Breathe and wait patiently. But be on top of your finances. Yes, they want you to fight. Whoever this is in Spirit wants you to fight. They're trying to get a message across to you. Fight for what you're entitled to. Somebody has got away with something that they shouldn't have. And it's something that's been going around your mind like a mental torture. Should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I do this? It's some sort of communication. It is, it will, yeah, 8 weeks is mentioned, but you need to get on it as soon as possible. Someone has tried to get away with something, and you know it. And you're thinking, I don't want to make a fuss. That's not the case. There is something here that they want you to know that's important. See if we can find out. There may be a Joan in Spirit that you know. I don't think that's the Spirit that's trying to contact you, but there may be a Joan connected to you in Spirit. So you have to be the warrior woman, man or woman, it doesn't really matter. We all have a masculine and feminine side, but you are here for a reason and you are being called to bravely pave a path. You have answered your highest, deepest calling. Live a heart and soul led life. It's not all fluffy and smooth sailing, and living a heart soul led life requires courage to triumph over your fears. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts, and the more resistance we have towards answering a call, so you must answer that call, even if it's a number you don't know, the more important it is for our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage, and her famous line was, "I'm not afraid, I was born for this." But the thing about courage is that it's not possible without fear. So if you're feeling afraid, what is needed is courage, and courage comes from living from your heart. So think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in the light, then as uncomfortable as they might feel, it's actually a sign that you're on the right track. Have you answered your deepest calling? So something is niggling at your soul that you need to do, so do it. Don't doubt it and go to war. Aquarius, illness, bad temper, unable to express yourself properly, karmic situations, a Leo may be involved. Those born 1962 plus or minus 12, February to February, may also be involved. It rules the heart and back, so you may have been hurt emotionally or physically and need some healing. It's impatience. Those born on the 8th or the 26th, living or past it for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Those born on the 27th, just before or just after midnight, sorry, may also be included in this. I don't know why they're telling me that. To tell you, I know that, but just so you know. Oh, steady. Yeah, truth and clarity is needed. Cutting through the bullshit and getting to the point. But somebody's in denial about an ending, and this ending needs to take place. It's an emotional death. It brings an end to whatever has been causing all this trouble, and it needs nipping in the bud rather than waiting to see what happens. You're impatient to get the truth, cutting through the bullshit, getting to the point. There may be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius child to be born, but something has to end first. Those born 1966 plus or minus 12, February to February, may be involved somewhere. And there is Scorpio energy, which rules the reproductive organs and shared resources. So I know this is something about either you're on the change or you're having trouble conceiving, but it will happen. It's just somebody is in denial about what needs to end first. Those born on the 13th, living or past it for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Yeah, someone needs to watch something or watch someone, observe someone, but be very sly about it. Or someone is observing you and being very sly about it. Number 49 is important. Again, they're giving us 13. So I know 13 is massively important in some way. But somebody is being very sly and possibly spying on you. Yeah. So reflect back at them what they do to you. If someone smiles at you, you smile at them. If they're a grumpy bastard, you'll be a grumpy bastard back. Excuse my French. If you are grumpy, then people will feel it in your aura and they will reflect it back at you. So it's all about do as you would be done by. And don't feel like you have to be nice to people that aren't nice to you. Because somebody is observing what's going on. It's a master number. 44, I knew it was. So, basically, all our experiences in life colour our judgment as far as the rest of our life goes. And often it's unconscious, you don't even realise it's happening. People and situations will trigger you to reflect back what you believe to be true. It's not necessarily true, it's how you see it because of how someone behaved in the past and they're behaving the same way, so you assume the same result. Mirrors point to our shadows and our light. Mirror reveals part of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed or loved. So, like I said, if you're grumpy, people don't know why you're grumpy, but they assume from your grumpiness that you're a grumpy person. That's just the way it is. But you might not be. Something may have really upset you, and that person only ever sees you when you're grumpy. This guides you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could there be opportunities to heal something in you? So you've been in this position before, you know how it went down. So if you do as you did, you'll get what you got. If what you did made a difference, then do it again. If it didn't, try something new. It may be shining a light on something that longs to come out, the truth in clarity. This goes for the good and bad. There are people we admire in life, and we should realise that that's because there's a part of us in them, something we like about them that we like about ourselves. The same goes for people we don't like. There'll be something in them that we don't like about ourselves. So, which means that sometimes we feel the need to cut people down to make ourselves feel better. If we don't realise that they're triggering something in us, then we still have something to heal and we remain hurt and wounded ourselves. So who or what is triggering you? What is it that they're triggering? And what part of you needs to be witnessed? What needs to be said?